Matlab is a multi-paradigm numerical computing environment and fourth-generation programming language. A proprietary programming language developed by MathWorks, Matlab allows matrix manipulations, plotting of functions and data, implementation of algorithms, creation of user interfaces, and interfacing with programs written in other languages, including C, C++, Java, Fortran and Python. Although Matlab is intended primarily for numerical computing, an optional toolbox uses the MuPad symbolic engine, allowing access to symbolic computing capabilities. An additional package, Simulink, adds graphical multi-domain simulation and model-based design for dynamic and embedded systems. In 2004, Matlab had around 1 million users across industry and academia. Matlab users come from various backgrounds of engineering, science, and economics. History. Cleve Moll, the chairman of the computer science department at the University of New Mexico, started developing Matlab in the late 1970s. He designed it to give his students access to LINPACK and EISPACK without them having to learn Fortran. It soon spread to other universities and found a strong audience within the applied mathematics community. Jack Little, an engineer, was exposed to it during a visit Moe made to Stanford University in 1983. Recognizing its commercial potential, he joined with Moll and Steve Bangert. They rewrote Matlab in C and founded MathWorks in 1984 to continue its development. These rewritten libraries were known as JACK-PAC. In 2000, Matlab was rewritten to use a newer set of libraries for matrix manipulation, LAPACK. Matlab was first adopted by researchers and practitioners in control engineering, Little's specialty, but quickly spread to many other domains. It is now also used in education, in particular the teaching of linear algebra, numerical analysis, and is popular amongst scientists involved in image processing. Syntax. The Matlab application is built around the Matlab scripting language. Common usage of the Matlab application involves using the command window as an interactive mathematical shell or executing text files containing Matlab code. Variables are defined using the assignment operator. Matlab is a weakly typed programming language because types are implicitly converted. It is an inferred typed language because variables can be assigned without declaring their type, except if they are to be treated as symbolic objects, and that their type can change. Values can come from constants, from computation involving values of other variables, or from the output of a function. For example, greater than x equals 17, x equals 17, greater than x equals hat, x equals hat, greater than y equals x plus 0, y equals 104, 97, 116, greater than x equals 3 asterisk 4. Pi 2 x equals 12.00001.5708 greater than y equals 3 asterisks sin y equals minus 1.6097 3.0000 vectors and matrices. A simple array is defined using the colon syntax. Anish, increment, terminator. For instance, greater than array equals 1, 2, 9 array equals 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 defines a variable named array which is an array consisting of the values 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. That is, the array starts at 1, increments with each step from the previous value by 2, and stops once it reaches 9. Greater than array equals 1, 3, 9 array equals 1, 4, 7. The increment value can actually be left out of this syntax, to use a default value of 1. Greater than RE equals 1 to 5. RE equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 assigns to the variable named RE an array with the values 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Since the default value of 1 is used as the incrementer, indexing is 1 base, which is the usual convention for matrices in mathematics, although not for some programming languages such as C, C++, and Java. Matrices can be defined by separating the elements of a row with blank space or comma and using a semicolon to terminate each row. The list of elements should be surrounded by square brackets. Parentheses. Greater than A equals 1 6 3 2 1 3 5 1 0 1 1 8 9 6 7 1 2 4 1 5 1 4 1 0 equals 1 6 3 2 1 3 5 1 0 1 1 8 9 6 7 1 2 4 1 5 1 4 1 greater than A and equals 11 sets of indices can be specified by expressions such as 2 to 4, which evaluates 2, 2, 3, 4. For example, a submatrix taken from rows 2 through 4 and columns 3 through 4 can be written as greater than AANs equals 1 1 8 7 1 2 1 4 1. A square identity matrix of size n can be generated using the function I, and matrices of any size with zeros or ones can be generated with the functions zeros and ones, respectively. Greater than IANs equals 100010001 greater than zeros ANs equals 0000000 greater than ones ANs equals 111111. Most Matlab functions can accept matrices and will apply themselves to each element. For example, mod will multiply every element in J by 2, and then reduce each element modulo n. Matlab does include standard for and while loops, but using the vectorized notation often produces code that is faster to execute. This code, excerpted from the function magic m, creates a magic square m for odd values of n. J, I equals mesh grid, R equals mod 2, N, B equals mod, M equals N asterisk A plus B plus 1. Structures. Matlab has structure data types. Since all variables in Matlab are arrays, a more adequate name is structure array, where each element of the array has the same field names. In addition, Matlab supports dynamic field names. Unfortunately, Matlab JIT does not support Matlab structures. Therefore, just a simple bundling of various variables into a structure will come at a cost. Functions. When creating a Matlab function, the name of the file should match the name of the first function in the file. Valid function names begin with an alphabetic character, and can contain letters, numbers, or underscores. Function handles. Matlab supports elements of lambda calculus by introducing function handles, or function references, which are implemented either in M files or anonymous, nested functions. Classes and object-oriented programming. MATLAB's support for object-oriented programming includes classes, inheritance, virtual dispatch, packages, pass-by-value semantics, and pass-by-reference semantics. However, the syntax and calling conventions are significantly different from other languages. Matlab has value classes and reference classes, depending on whether the class has handle as a superclass or not. Method call behavior is different between value and reference classes. For example, a call to a method object.method dispend end when put into a file named hello m. This can be executed with the following commands. Greater than x equals hello, greater than x.greet for graphically designing GUIs. It also has tightly integrated graph plotting features. For example, the function plot can be used to produce a graph from two vectors x and y. The code x equals 0, pi, 100 to 2 asterisk pi, y equals sin, plot produces the following figure of the sine function. A Matlab program can produce three-dimensional graphics using the functions surf, plot3 or mesh. In Matlab, graphical user interfaces can be programmed with the GUI design environment tool. Interfacing with other languages. Matlab can call functions and subroutines written in the C programming language or Fortran. A wrapper function is created allowing Matlab data types to be passed and returned. The dynamically loadable object files created by compiling such functions are termed MEX files. Since 2014, increasing two-way interfacing with Python is being added. Libraries written in Perl, Java, ActiveX or .NET can be directly called from Matlab, and many Matlab libraries are implemented as wrappers around Java or ActiveX libraries. Calling Matlab from Java is more complicated, but can be done with a Matlab toolbox which is sold separately by MathWorks, or using an undocumented mechanism called JMI, as alternatives to the MuPad-based symbolic math toolbox available from MathWorks. Matlab can be connected to Maple or Mathematica. Libraries also exist to import and export MathML license. Matlab is a proprietary product of MathWorks, so users are subject to vendor lock-in. Although Matlab builder products can deploy Matlab functions as library files which can be used with .NET or Java application building environment, future development will still be tied to the Matlab language. Each toolbox is purchased separately. If an evaluation license is requested, the MathWorks sales department requires detailed information about the project for which Matlab is to be evaluated. If granted, the evaluation license is valid for 2 to 4 weeks. A student version of Matlab is available, as is a home-use license for Matlab, Simulink, and a subset of MathWorks toolboxes at substantially reduced prices. It has been reported that EU competition regulators are investigating whether MathWorks refused to sell licenses to a competitor. The regulators dropped the investigation after the complainant withdrew their accusation and no evidence of wrongdoing was found. Alternatives. Matlab has a number of competitors. Commercial competitors include Mathematica, TK Solver, Maple, and IDL. There are also free open-source alternatives to Matlab, in particular GNU-Octave, Scilab, FreeMate, Julia, and Sage, which are intended to be mostly compatible with the Matlab language. Among other languages that treat arrays as basic entities are APL, Fortran 90 and higher Slang, as well as the statistical languages R and S. There are also libraries to add similar functionality to existing languages, such as IT++ for C++, Perl Data Language for Perl, Numerics for .NET, NumPy, SciPy for Python, and Numeric.js for JavaScript. GNU-Octave is unique from other alternatives because it treats incompatibility with Matlab as a bug. Therefore, GNU-Octave attempts to provide a software clone of Matlab. Release history. The number is the version reported by Concurrent License Manager Program Flexolm. For a complete list of changes of both Matlab and official toolboxes, consult the Matlab release notes. File extensions: matlab.fig, matlab figure, matlab code.mat, matlab data.mex. Matlab executable MEX files, pmatlab content obscured, mfile, milapp install, matlab packaged app installer, mlp keg install support package, installer, mltbx packaged custom toolbox.prj project file used by various solutions.rpt report setup file created by Matlab report generator, simulink.mdl simulink model, mdlp Simulink protected model.slx Simulink model, slxp Simulink protected model simscape.ssc Simscape model, MuPad, Minnesota MuPad notebook, MuPad code.xvc. .xvz MuPad graphics third-party.jkt GPU cache file generated by Jarekt for Matlab.mum Matlab Cape Open Unit Operation Model File Easter eggs. Several Easter eggs exist in Matlab. These include hidden pictures and jokes. For example, typing in spy will generate a picture of the spies from Spy vs. Spy. Spy was changed to an image of a dog in recent releases. Typing in y randomly outputs a philosophical answer. Other commands include penny, toilet, image, and life. Not every Easter egg appears in every version of Matlab.